I am genuinely so sick and tired of people thinking that they can dictate what you as a content creator say, what you as a content creator covers. It has gotten to a point where it is genuinely obnoxious. I log in to the YouTube studio every single day. Typically, I get roughly 15,000 comments per month, which is a lot to comb through. There is always that one comment that stands out. That comment that says, you should not be playing X game because I believe you should be playing something else. I don't like this game, therefore you should not be dedicating your time or your channel towards it. I've talked to so many content creators that are scared, terrified of covering other games because their viewers feel entitled to their content, to their time, and to their channel, even more so than the content creators do themselves. It is terrible. As an example, I've spoken to Honkai Star Rail creators just very recently that have told me after the success and the critical praise of Wuwa 2.0, they wanted to go ahead and try streaming it. They wanted to go ahead and try covering it, but they can't. They cannot cover Wuthering Waves because of the tribalistic nature of gacha gaming as a whole. They were told explicitly by their community they were not allowed to play it. Can you imagine running and operating your own YouTube channel and being told that you are not allowed to run it, that you are not allowed to cover it in the way that you want? Not because you're violating terms of service, not because you're violating copyright, but because your viewers feel entitled to what you cover. You cannot play Wuthering Waves as a Honkai Star Rail player because they deem it unacceptable. So these creators who want to experience something entirely new, maybe they're bored, maybe they're just, I don't know, disinterested in Hoyo games at present. Maybe there's a lull period in terms of content. They have nothing to do. They want to go ahead and try Wuthering Waves out, but they cannot because they fear the repercussions that they will suffer as a direct result of playing a non-Hoyo game. Now, this doesn't just apply to Hoyo games. This applies to quite a number of games. I do a weekly gacha recap series, and in that I cover news from a variety of different gacha games that I either play or that I am interested in. I got several comments over the course of the last, let's just say, like 45 days, and these comments have been stating that I no longer cover X game, so they're not going to watch me. I cover probably on an average 15 different gacha games per week. These are gacha games that I play, that I'm interested in playing. Girls Frontline 2, Arknights, Path to Nowhere, Nikkei, Wuwa, Zenless. These are games that I'm interested in. But I have people coming in because I will every now and then cover another game like Brown Dust 2, like Apocalypse, and I get these people coming in and telling me, Stix, you are aware that Brown Dust 2 had an update recently, right? I don't see you covering it. Why are you not covering Brown Dust 2? Why are you not covering Apocalypse? Why are you not covering the newest Honkai Star Rail live stream that took place? What are you, some kind of shill? When Honkai Star Rail launched, I covered it 2 times a day for an entire month. These videos amassed 40 to 60,000 views. People called me a Hoyo shill because prior to that I was covering a lot of Arknights and Nikkei. I got called a Hoyo shill and I got told by a very large vocal number of viewers that I was betraying them by covering a game that they just didn't care about. After about a month, hype for the game kind of dissipated, and I figured I could go back to covering what I wanted again. And I did. My viewers were happy, the general community was happy, and then Wuthering Waves held a beta test. I started covering some Wuthering Waves stuff, and people started calling me a kudo shill. a Wuthering Waves shill because I was covering a game that I was interested in, that looked promising and that looked enjoyable to me. After the beta ended, I stopped covering WoW. I started covering Zenless because Zenless looked like a promising game that was a very fun, engaging looking title that I thought I could invest time into, and I got called a Hoyo shell. After WoW launched, I started doing quite a number of videos on it, and I got called a WoW glazer, a Kudo bot, because I was covering a game that I enjoy. I recently covered Arknight's Enfield. I've done about 8 videos on it in the last 45 days, and lo and behold, I get comments calling me an Arknight's Enfield glazer. People telling me that unless I continue to cover Wuthering Waves and not cover Arknight's Enfield, they're gonna stop watching my channel. I have people that tell me if I don't cover Zenless Zone Zero more, they're gonna stop watching my channel. I've been told that if I cover Ananta, as opposed to Neverness to Everness, they're gonna stop watching my channel. These actual imbeciles, and I have no qualms with calling them this, because they are, if they think that they can dictate the direction of your channel. These absolute morons think that they have control over you, over me, and it is disgusting. Like, it is overwhelming. The amount of people that I've talked to that just cannot fathom playing something they enjoy for fear of what their community will say and for fear of what their community will do. When at the end of the day, a lot of us as content creators started content creation to cover the games that we wanted to cover because we were interested in them, because they looked fun, they looked engaging. We weren't doing this to appease the minority of vocal players or the majority of vocal players that are being vocal about their disinterest and their distaste in the direction that you're going. We started covering content, we started covering video games, gacha games specifically, because we were passionate about them. It is disorienting to see that as a content creator right now, you are forced to cater to actual idiots for fear that you will lose your career, that you will lose the community that you built. People, especially the vocal people, want to make it very apparent to you that without them and without the content that they want, you will not exist. That is an obnoxious thought process. It is a brain dead take, and I'm just so fucking sick of it, dude. I cover what I want. I will always cover what I want. I really don't care if I get called a glazer. I don't care if I get called a shill. I don't care if I get called a bot. That isn't the purpose of this video, because I still cover WoW at least 2 times a week. I still cover Arknight's Enfield. I'm still gonna cover whatever I want to cover. I just think it is stupid, especially with all the gacha content creator friends that I know, that they are just living in a state of fear when they should be enjoying what they're doing. Because at the end of the day, yeah, sure, making thousands of dollars through gacha content creation and doing videos and streams is great, but if you're not enjoying what you're doing, then why are you doing it?
Hey, where do you think you're going? I see what you're doing there. I see you navigating on over, scrolling on over to that X button. Don't you dare. What I need you to do is take a moment and click one of the videos that are about to appear as soon as I'm done talking. And trust me, you're gonna wanna.